Hello there. So today let's talk about some things, little update on the NFT space. So I joined the room, Intro to NFTs, hosted by Black NFT Art and Dark Myths on on Twitter Spaces the other day. Sorry, I know I'm butchering his name, but anyhow, yes, I wanted to kind of give you guys like a little update on some things and takeaways from that space, also to encourage you to join Twitter Spaces in general if you're trying to enter into the NFT space, because it's really helpful in keeping up with the latest, right? If you go and you're watching a YouTube video, for example, or listening to a podcast, you might hear some older stuff where Twitter Spaces, Clubhouse as well, will put you right at the front of everything that's happening at that current moment, right? So you'll definitely learn a lot. Some takeaways, some things that were discussed were take time to plan out your NFTs. That's very important. I'm actually going to, the host of Black NFT Art, Iris, she's the founder and much more. I could get into titles, I just don't know them like that, but she's like, you know, she heads it, you know, and she posted this post on Twitter the other day, and it really gave a whole rundown of like everything that you need, that I totally agreed with, looking at a lot of other projects that you need to do for posting an NFT. And so I will create a video for that actually, and hopefully along with this one right after this, and kind of break down that because I plan on doing it myself for my next NFT, Brits and its NFTs. So that's the name of it. Anyhow, yep, next. So you want to take time to plan out your NFT project. Basically, to give you a little bit more on that, you don't want to say, hey, okay, I want to make NFTs, get super excited about the money, the opportunity, the FOMO, and jump right into it, because then you miss out on the beauty of the technology, and that it's something to be committed to long term, because that's the only way that you're going to fully benefit from the technology, the fact that you can get royalties for something over time. So create an idea that will give value to the collectors, along with being a beautiful piece of artwork, music, videography or film, whatever line of work you are in. Make it be something meaningful, and that'll be of value long term to get started on the planning process. The next thing is to not be afraid to be different and try something new outside of the NFT space. So this is really speaking to the people who are coming out with the 10,000 collections. And I see so many people who are collectors, or they want to be collectors, who are like, oh man, like Bored Apes is popping. Either you're an artist and you're like, okay, I need to come out with 10,000 myself, or CryptoPunks, right? That's popping. Or you're a collector and you're like, okay, if anybody has 10,000 NFTs and it's a project that's, you know, along the same lines of those two projects, I'm gonna kill it. Either for the collector, I'm gonna make a lot of money, or for the artist, I'm gonna make a lot of money, right? And what it is I have seen, like, there was this artist, Iman, who was in the room earlier, and he did a very good job of, and I don't know if it was 10,000, but he did come out with like a whole collection that did sell out. But it is not the answer. It's not the end all be all. There's a lot more that comes to it, and it's not the only way to do it, right? We know one of ones, but hey guys, there could be 100, there could be 50, there could be 10. I will tell you that from experience, the sound to collectors, the traditional NFT collectors and artists, like, the word sell out is lit, okay? Like, the fact that you sold, period, is great and really good to know, and really a good way to like show like, oh wow, I have something. So to set yourself at 10,000, like, I've seen projects with a lot of bagging, a lot of marketing that flopped because they had 10,000 when really they could have settled at 5 and sold out and came out with another collection, right? It's just knowing, even Great example, Snoop Dogg, for example. I think he came out with 1,500. I want to say it was 1,500 and he maybe sold like 500. It ain't got to be that many, y'all. It really don't. you got all the time, okay, to increase that value over time. But like if you don't have, for example, and this is me going into my marketing social media agency side of things, where it's like, yes, you have 10,000 followers, right? But only 200 of those followers may engage on a post in a day. You know what I'm saying? Right? So if you don't already have hundreds of thousands of followers, think about the percentage of the people who are actually going to buy it. That's the number that you need to come up with when you're deciding to put out your NFT project. Another thing, two more things. The second to last is to beware of links from strangers and scams. And this is something that they really focus in on the space, which I think is great, because I low-key, a part of me thinks that I got scammed, but I can't quite tell, y'all. I really can't, because I'm like, I don't know, it's a whole thing. Like I click, yeah, it's a whole thing. Anyhow, I didn't have that much in there anyways at the time, so it's again. Anyhow, I don't know if you're looking and watching and wanting to scam me. I don't have a lot in there now, so just back up. I'm just kidding, I don't know. Anyhow, look out for links and scams, guys. It's out there, it's real. And when I say links, don't just click on a random link from some person. Don't just click on a random image that will open up into something else, you know, whatever. Because that's how they get you. They don't need your login password. They don't need to see anything. They will access your entire phone information, browser history. I don't really know if it's browser history, but access it all and take your crap, okay? It happened to a person in the space who speaks openly about it and speaks about ways to prevent it. I hope to get more information to bring to you so that you too won't be a victim, okay? Because it's real out here in these streets, and it's a lot of money floating around, and people will get you. All right, next thing is to remain resilient. This gets into the mindset of being in the NFT space. It's to remain resilient, and don't water down what it is that you're trying to put it out, or the commitment that you've made as a collector. Like some collectors are saying, oh, well, I only collect, you know, this many, whatever it is. Like, don't water down what it is that you set out to. That initial gut feeling when you're like, I'm going to enter into the NFT space to do X, Y, Z, stick to that and remain resilient, because it's going to pay off in the long run, and it's going to be the thing that makes you stand out, which is beneficial marketing wise. Hello. You know, you want to really make sure, like I said, you aren't watering down your art or whatever music it is that you're into in the NFT space for. And if you haven't gotten, especially if you haven't gotten a sale, and that's the last thing that I have, is that if you haven't gotten a sale, it's all right, guys. It is truly okay. I got a sale, but it was like my NFTs for $5, 5 USD. So it's not, it's a cool thing, right? But I could be over here like, oh, well, it could have been way more, but guess what? It wasn't, and I'm Gucci, because I know that I got all this time. I do have a plan in place, and it's gonna be all right, okay? It's gonna be all right, and I just encourage you to do the same, because, guys, this is an amazing opportunity that you do not want to miss out on, and you want to be smart about, so don't give up. And that's all I have for you today. So if this video was helpful, encouraging, whatever, you know, be sure to like, share, subscribe, you know, typical YouTube things that they say. And then also, I know my volume is low. Like right now, my family is in there and they're asleep, and this is the only time that I get to record, okay? We are very homemade over here, and I appreciate you for thugging it out with me in these low audio times, okay? But one day, mainly when I can record in the middle of the day all willy-nilly, we'll get better. We'll work it out, okay? But I have read the comments. I do hear and see you, and I am keeping that in mind for the future to be solved. So thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great morning, noon, night, or day, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.